Hey, it's Tony Seel. Welcome to the fourth episode of the podcast Build Your Business, Change Your Life. This is the podcast of Irresistible Influence Marketing and tonyseel.com. I'm your host, Tony Seel, and today we're going to be talking about branding. Branding is one of the most important parts of marketing for any business, and especially for a small business. For a small business, branding is arguably the most important facet of marketing. Branding contributes mightily to what people think about your business. Without good to exceptional branding, it's easy to get lost in the crowd online or elsewhere. In order to stand out, let's talk about branding. Your branding for your business. Let's start with two quick questions. Do you have great branding for your business? The second question is, do you know great branding when you see it? If I were to call out some iconic brands, I bet you could think of their logos right away. Volkswagen, Canon, John Deere, Sharp, Hershey's, Quaker, A&W, Kool-Aid, YouTube, Bic, CNN, Tide, McDonald's, Visa, BMW, Oreo, Del Monte, Mattel. Did any or all of those give you some pictures in your mind of logos? The question I have is, how did those great brands become great brands? Conventional thinking would say that they bought mindshare through extensive and expensive marketing, and that's true for many of them. They bought their way into your mind. But there's more to branding these days than extensive and expensive marketing. Branding has evolved from mindshare branding to emotional branding that emphasizes relationship building with customers and clients, to viral branding that builds an audience who spread the brand message. Think about Apple in this regard. There's another kind of branding. It's called cultural branding. In other words, branding with compelling cultural truth at its core. Again, think Apple. In his book, How Brands Become Icons, Douglas Holt gives examples of companies that built their brands on mindshare, emotional, and viral branding. Corona beer was built through mindshare marketing. Here's a headline from Adweek in 2015. Experts. Marketing is boosting Corona sales even though no one likes the taste. The Wall Street Journal reported at that time, shipments of Corona have increased nearly 10% over 5 years to 7.8 million barrels, making it the top import and fifth best-selling U.S. beer. Think about that. Corona became the fifth best-selling U.S. beer, even though no one likes the taste. Well, obviously, that's hyperbole. Someone must have liked the taste. If you have any doubts about the power of marketing, Corona's marketing should get you to think otherwise. Corona's marketing built the brand around the beach, fun, and relaxation, and it worked. Coke continues to use emotional branding. The soft drink has grown and maintained a loyal following with slogans and campaigns built around share a Coke, open happiness, and taste the feeling. Connecting with consumers at an emotional level has been paramount for Coca-Cola for decades. Old Spice has been called the king of viral marketing. In 2010, their The Man Your Man Could Smell Like grabbed over 54 million views on YouTube. In 2013, Ogilvy and Mather Brazil created a marketing campaign for Dove soap called Real Beauty Sketches. Dove uses 33 YouTube channels and 25 languages to reach 110 countries. Their video for this campaign was viewed over 114 million times. If you understand how to use emotion in your marketing, you, too, can create viral content. Whether it's awe, laughter, amusement, joy, anger, empathy, even surprise, these are the emotions that drive viral content. Cultural branding is the new kid on the block. Douglas Holt is considered the pioneer of cultural branding, and after teaching at Harvard and Oxford, he leads CSG, the Cultural Strategy Group. Through cultural branding, CSG has helped build the Zipcar, Sonos, and Huawei brands. They've helped revitalize Coca-Cola, Purina Dog Chow, Cadillac, and REI. Cultural branding takes theories of culture, society, ideology, and politics to understand and fuel cultural innovation through marketing strategy. Now that might sound like a lot of gobbledygook, so let me use a brand to explain what that means. The brand that I'm going to use to illustrate this is Zipcar. Zipcar began as a small startup in Boston, and their version of ride-sharing was innovative. It was much different than mass transit or the car rental business. Zipcar branding took into consideration how to educate the public on what they were doing. In time, ride-sharing competition grew beyond options like taxis to carpools, Uber, Lyft, and others. As competition grew, Zipcar had another marketing problem. How could they differentiate themselves from their competitors? First, they clarified their target audiences, and then they told their brand story in an engaging, amusing, and conversational manner. They hit another speed bump when they were bought by Avis. There was a backlash in social media from their loyal members. Zipcar eased over this speed bump with great social media. They used Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn to share their story. They used YouTube videos, customer experiences, word of mouth, and referrals. They tapped into the social and political concerns of their clientele, including making financial contributions to local organizations that their tribe supports. With an international mass market product like Coca-Cola, cultural branding can be tricky. A small business can learn from Zipcar. Know your audience and support what the audience believes in. Tell your story in an engaging conversational manner. Use social media to the hilt. So, what's your next step with your business branding? Hope this illustration from Zipcar will help you. Next week, we'll be talking about starting an online business. For some of you, you're beyond that point. But for others of you, this could be highly instructive. And even if you have an online business, there may be things that you can improve that would help you build your income and profits. You've been listening to Build Your Business, Change Your Life, the podcast of Irresistible Influence Marketing and tonyseel.com. I hope that you've enjoyed this episode, and I look forward to our next time together.